Hello everybody, so I'm continuing my Led Zeppelin reviews once again, this time with their 6th studio album, Physical Graffiti. So this was released in February of 1975, and this is the only double album Led Zeppelin did. Well, I should say it's their only double studio album, because of course you have Song Remains the Same, which was a double live album, but this is their only double studio album. And and this is one of my favourite double albums of all time. I did a video where I talked about my 10 favourite double albums, and this was one of them. And this is probably my third favourite Led Zeppelin album. It's just excellent songs on here. And in some ways it feels like a bit of a compilation, because there's actually some songs on this album that were from the previous album sessions. I think there's some stuff on here that's from the Houses of the Holy. So we're going to go through the tracks now. So it's 2 CDs. So on disc 1 we have Custard Pie, which is a great hard rock song, one of my favourites. The Rover, fantastic, another favourite of mine. In My Time of Dying, really good. And then we get Houses of the Holy, which obviously was actually recorded during the sessions for their previous album, Houses of the Holy, but it ended up on here. And yeah, still a really good song. Trampled Underfoot, really good, love it. And then it ends with Kashmir. Well, disc 1 ends with Kashmir, which is an excellent bit of progressive rock. And then disc 2 we get In the Light, which is a great psychedelic track. You know, it's very trippy, especially for 1975. You know, considering psychedelic rock had kind of moved on a few years before then, but yeah, it's a very psychedelic track. There's this like phasing effect on Robert Plant's vocals, and yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot. And then we got I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. And yeah, I think it shares the same title as one of the tracks from Led Zeppelin 3. The version on here though is not as good as the version on Zeppelin 3, but it's okay. And we get Down by the Seaside, which it's okay. Probably not one of the strongest tracks on the album, but I think it's okay. 10 Years Gone is really good. Night Flight is alright. The Want On song, pretty good. Yeah, I'd say it kind of gets a little bit weak towards the end, but it does kind of pick up. You know, you get Boogie with Stu, Black Country Woman, and then Sick Again. You know, the last 3 tracks on the album, which are actually really good. So yeah, Physical Graffiti, you know, it's a great album. You know, there's a little bit of filler on the second disc, but with a double album, you know, that's kind of to be expected. But it doesn't take away from this being such a great album. You know, so I'm still, you know, I would still give this album, I'd give this a 9 out of 10, you know. It's almost perfect, you know, apart from a couple of tracks on the second disc. It's near perfect. So yeah, that's my review on Physical Graffiti. The next, I've only got 2 Led Zeppelin albums left to review. Next one I'm doing is Presence. So I'll see you then.